You may be fighting the urge to grab a treat or several from your kids' Halloween candy. Just imagine how they feel. And they're only going to get more treats in the coming weeks. The holidays are here. We're talking about Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas parties, you name it. So how do we help our kids get through the season by making good choices and healthy ones? Joining me is Lauren Lorenzo. She's a registered dietitian with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. Great to see you. This is a problem that I face every day. I think moms with kids and dads. How do you do this in moderation without always having to say to your child, no, you can't have that, you can't have that?
It's very tough to not be the parent that says no all the time. I think one of the biggest things is really planning ahead and making sure that the kids have a consistent meal pattern, and so that when they get to the sweet table or the candy bowl, they're able to moderate a little bit more and not have as many, because maybe they're just not as hungry and they're really looking at their hunger fullness and
So if you're
figuring that out.
planning on going to a party, let's say, make sure you feed your child what he or she likes first, maybe have chicken nuggets at home, and then go to the party and allow them to have the candies and the cupcakes.
Correct. I mean, we want to have a conversation before you leave for the party, or if it's a school party and you're not going to be there, it's always good to have a little, hey, you know, there's going to be some options out there, and give them a little preview before they get there, so that when they do get there, you can say, well, we discussed having one dessert item, not three, so that you don't have to have that battle in front of other people.
I'm sure parents come up to you all the time, as I did when you walked in, with their problems on what they should do. What's the #1 thing you hear, do you think, from moms?
I think it is really keeping them, making sure they make those good decisions without you hovering over them. And I think in order to do that, you have to role model what you want them to do, not just tell them, you know, the do as I say, not as I do, not so much, but the things that you do, eating fruits and vegetables and not eating
You can't
sweets.
have the 2 cupcakes and then say to them,
right,
you can't
don't
have
do
any
this.
sweets.
So I think it's very important that you role model, but it's also, as a parent, you really have to plan ahead. So if you know you're going into a situation where your child might not eat anything for dinner because you're going to a family gathering, maybe offer to bring something with you that you know your child will eat, or maybe make sure they have something, like you said, before you even leave.
And this problem is not abnormal, and we were speaking earlier that it depends on the personality of the child. There may be a child, you have one who will try anything, eat anything, and then another who really only wants to go towards the sweets.
Absolutely. And I think you have to keep offering things to kids, you know, over and over again. You can't say after one time, well, he didn't like that or she didn't like that, let me, you know, I'm not going to give it to him anymore. So it's really about keeping on offering things and changing what you're offering or how you're preparing something to offer it to them.
Because at the end of the day, you're in control with what's in your fridge and what that child is exposed to, at least at home, where you can control things, opposed to a friend's house.
Right, absolutely.
All right, great talking to you, Lauren. Thank you. Some great advice.
Thank you.